Hello, welcome and welcome back. This is Jacob and today we are gonna be continuing the module short story narrations for the various operators in Arknights, today with the one for operator Ifrit. And as always, we're gonna take a look at the module short story first, and then we take a look at what the module upgrades for Ifrit. And bonus points for those of you who have already watched the Lone Trail series here on the channel, the narrated voice-acted one. For those of you who haven't, link is in the description, and I've already covered that over there, so this will be pretty much the same thing, outside of the fact that we are also gonna take a look at what the module upgrades. But, regardless, let us begin with the short story. So the module and the short story are titled Syntexis, and this is how it goes. Ifrit hadn't heard the dumb tub of lard's voice in her head for the longest time. Errant names that leaked past the door are entangled throughout her memories of the past, pain mixed with anger, and anger that took her to Fantasyland. A friendly-looking old Caprinet putting her on a sickbed, her hand trying to reach out and hold something, searching through a ruin and a blaze scorched black, and something that feels like feathers, but in an instant it's gone, and nobody ever pulls her out. Little friend, you've caught fire again. You know, raging and screaming won't lessen your pain, nor will it ever solve anything.
Can it? All you can do is talk in my brain and make my head hurt. You don't know anything.
But I can feel those pinpricks in your arms. I've been able to feel them treat you as a monster since long ago. Even you yourself believed it once.
That was all that stupid goat's fault. He turned me into this,
You resent silence. You know she knows your past, yet she won't let you flame roast that stupid goat yourself.
Silence isn't wrong for that. What do you know? I'd never blame her.
But your emotions still boil with wrath. Didn't you decide that you could sneak away now that no one here binds you to a table anymore? And once you find the old goat, you'll beat his face to a pulp, burn his whole laboratory down, and then...
I'm not gonna do that. I don't need silence to tell me not to, cause I knew that would be wrong. It's not that I don't want... It's not that I wanna kill him. I don't know. Still, why can't I? I've got fire. I'll burn it all.
You're shaking. You're recalling the days that inflicted so much pain upon you. So stop.
No, once I can control this fatso for real, I'll get to protect everyone, and Silence won't be like this anymore, and she won't fight with Zarya either, and Daria can...
You're crying.
Shut up!
It's not your fault, little friend.
And whose fault is it? Who am I supposed to blame? I'm not supposed to burn that stupid goat up, so... Who do I blame?
The voice dies down. No one responds anymore. And even the headache flags somewhat. I still don't know. Maybe someday you'll be able to separate the rights from the wrongs. Your experiences will tell you how to decide your own standards. You'll want to abide by them, and then you'll do the right thing.
My head hurts.
Shaw hid your charcoal grill in a corner of the depot, under the stairs. Min has some books she'd like to share with you. Beeswax has a bottle of fragrant perfume. And if you visit her, she'll be all too willing to coat your horns. You know how mighty they all are. You want to protect them, so too do they want to protect you. So what about that big fat talking balloon? It still worries you.
I'm scared.
Fear can't limit you, Ifrit. The pain brought about by that voice is fading far away. She looks across the expanse of white. Who is responding to her? Sleep, Ifrit. No longer can those flames burn in our dreamlands. You and I, we will find peace. And slowly, the flames go out. The gargantuan being that occupied her dreamscape begins to wane, its fires fading crystal clear. Atop sleeps the unconscious Ifrit, who feels pain no longer. The fire blends into her, the fire she has accepted. Once again, a really short story and a lot of character growth. But yeah, she has finally found peace with the Diablo inside of her. Oh boy. And for more on that, for those of you who have not had the experience yet to go through Lone Trail and would like to see more on that side of Ifrit growth, well, playlist is linked in the description of the video. Go through it, you will not regret it. It is an amazing story. But for now, let us familiarize ourselves with the traits and talents on the regular Ifrit. So, trait, deals AoE arts damage in a long line. Self-explanatory. Talent. First talent, Spiritual Dissolution. Resistance of enemies within the range is minus 44%. The extra 4% here is coming from the potential imprints. So if you have a potential 0 or less than what is required to have the extra 4%, she will be at a 40%, minus 40% resistance to enemies that are within range. The other talent is Rhine Loop. It restores 2 extra skill points every 6 seconds. So, what does change with the module? This module, by the way, is on tier 1, so the stats will be represented from that. So first off, the trait gets an upgrade. Attacks deal extremely long-range AoE arts damage, and damage dealt increases with a distance up to 110%. So pretty much the damage is going up per each block, and on the last block it's the boost of 110%. Now, the other one that is being upgraded here is her Rhine Loop talent. On standard, once again, it is a restore 2 extra skill points every 6 seconds. On stage 2, the 2 skill points every 6 seconds stays, but we gain a bonus here of 20% chance to restore an additional 5 SP. So you get essentially a very RNG coin flip of extra 5 SP, which is still nice and can make it so that her skill 2 can go fire off way more, or that her skill 3 charges up quicker. On stage 3, this 20% will change later into a 30%, and that is pretty much the only difference. So if you are using Ifrit a lot, especially as someone who just flame spit roasts everything in a lane, I personally use Ifrit a lot in Annihilations and stuff like that, so probably gonna later down the line invest into at least getting this to have her skill 2 go off way more often, because especially in Annihilations, that is the skill you're gonna be using. But anyway, that is it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the story. If you did, please leave a like on the video, it will help me a lot. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. As I mentioned just earlier, there's a lot more than just these little short stories. If you just want to sit back and relax and listen to pretty much any Arknights story at this point, you can do so. I've narrated and voice acted through pretty much all of them, outside of just less than a handful at this point. And if you want to support the channel and my work more directly, there are memberships as well. And as always, no video will be ever behind a membership. It is purely there to more directly support the channel. So then, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a fantastic day wherever you are, and I will see you in the next one. We have a couple of more Rhine Lab members to go through, as they've been added over time, so it's gonna be a Rhine Lab week. But anyway, enjoy, and bye-bye.